Can you hear me now? Is this live? Let me know if you can hear me. Sorry about this. All right, I think I'm live. I'm not sure. It's not registering yet, but hopefully it'll work, and I apologize for that. This stuff is very sensitive software. You hit one wrong button, and you can screw up everything. And absolutely, it's crazy. I had 35 people here waiting, and I apologize for that. Not what I wanted to do, but we are here now. Thank you. You can hear me. Very good. All right. So we're back in action. Hopefully people will come and show up because it's going to be very interesting to see. The markets are open, and we're seeing a continuing decline in silver's price, now down 12 cents. And it's crazy. But that's what we're watching here. The markets move down, gold recovering slightly. And I tell you, folks, this is one of the reasons why I encourage all silver stackers to have a position in gold, precisely because of what we witnessed on Friday and today. Gold got hammered. It got hit hard, but not nearly as volatile as silver. And I'm telling you, even if the central banks were not accumulating gold in record numbers, I still think we would see it. Of course, I say that now gold is down $3.50. And we're going to watch these markets through the night here. But look at that, a big correction. But we're going to answer some of your comments, and we're going to get to these markets and see what's happening here with it. So let me get my boilerplate yet again, because I had to exit out of that before. But let's see here. Appreciate you guys being with me here tonight as we peruse through unusual. This is an emergency broadcast of what's going on in the markets as they're open up. And I do apologize in advance. I'm probably going to have a couple of hacking sessions. The cough is still with me. It's very frustrating. I appreciate your patience with me. I just can't take any more nights off from the live streams, especially. And I think I missed edits where I missed a couple of edits in some of my videos where I've coughed too. I apologize for that. It's just gonna stay with me for a while. It's just the way it is, and I hate it. It's so frustrating. This stupid COVID cold. I just can't shake it. It'll be with me for weeks, folks. So bear with me for a couple of weeks as I try to work through this. I don't know what else to do. All right, your thoughts, please. I went to my local coin shop, and it has been a while to see where they were on back of spot price for them to be a buyer, says Roy Mower. Told $1.75 back a spot. However, not buying silver right now. So what a let down. We stackers wait for this time. It's a big move in the metals. Try to move a little bit, 150 ounces willingly, to rep some of the rewards and get shut down. This is not a very pleasing, It makes you think, what the hell at this point? I mean, I know, but geez, make me feel better. Well, that's just it. The market it can be very, very unpredictable. And that includes not only the paper markets, but also it includes the movement of the prices or the movement of actual physical silver. Folks, this is a big lesson for all of us. For all of us, not all silver is created equal. We've learned that the hard way, including myself. Not all silver is the same. It depends on what silver is preferred to move in the markets, and it looks like that the pure silver is what they're looking for. Constitutional silver, not so much. Of course, I believe in having constitutional silver in your portfolio because its time will come too. It came back during the original silver squeeze movement. People were accumulating buying constitutional silver for very high premiums. So it was in demand. So you have floating. You've got a lot of floating silver stocks. And I'm going to be talking more about that in tomorrow's video. But this is a lesson to us all, folks. And some of what you're experiencing here, Roy, is an example of the fluctuating market. We have to be agile in this time because there's going to be times where some places will not take any of your silver. There's some coin shops that are not taking any that had to shut down for a few hours. And so it's not always just something you can go in and sell. Certainly not sell for what you think is a fair price. And it won't be a fair price because the market is upside down right now. So there's that. But this big dip that we're seeing is something that I warned about that would happen, but it should not change our calculus on silver. If you're a hardcore silver stacker, not only do you need diamond hands, you need diamond fists. Just hold on. Have a core stack that you hold on through these price movements. So I want to try to encourage you on that. And again, I apologize for my voice. But anyways, all right, let's see. Andy Oakley says, They were probably paid to read the script. Don't get gold, like most of the news in the world. That's right. Yes, and thank you, Annie Oakley. And in fact, I mean, there is like a campaign. I think the Bitcoiners are trying to downplay gold as well. I haven't talked about that. This is a story I'd like to do as well too. But appreciate you guys being with me here tonight as we do an unusual market watch. We're going to get back to that in a moment here on this Tuesday night. Watching the silver and gold prices move down a little bit lower now. Good to see all of y'all. Jam, Lisa's here. Steve LaPointe is here. Nesmaniac, Bill Button, Silver Lunatic is here. Bozo is here. All right, Sigma SG Metals. If we place a stack of $100 bills on the table inside an ounce of gold and we let them sit, what will they do? The stack of bills will be worth much less than 10 years. Gold will appreciate. That's right, exactly. Well, and actually, technically, gold will stay the same. The stack of bills will depreciate, and gold will stay the same. It won't even appreciate in the long term. That's what value proposition means. And yes, Nene is exactly right. This is a good time to be buying, folks. And yes, this channel is sponsored by Summit Metals. But I'm not telling you necessarily just to go buy at Summit Metals. But they're a great company. You can experience their customer service. They do have a deal for new customers, silver at spot, and the Summit starter packs there for other accessories. You can get it for first-time customers. That price reflects before you enter the code. If you want to get a silver at spot, this is a good time to do it for sure when these big dips, because I think there's going to be, I think that this is going to be somewhat temporary. But hey, we'll see. Temporary is a loose term, by the way, because look at this. We're seeing silver now down 28 cents right now, down 28 cents an ounce, $48.46. The bloodbath essentially is continuing in the Asian markets here. Gold down $8.80 at $4,116.90. I just picked up a layaway, by the way, of gold that I bought for at the time a regular spot price above for an eagle, for a gold eagle, and this is a special coin that usually sells for a much higher premium. By the time I picked it up, or by the time the market moved, if I would have picked it up a couple of days ago, I would have gotten it for well under spot price. Today I picked it up for about the same premium that I would have paid back in. That's how fast things are moving. Things are moving pretty fast. Let's get back to some of these comments. Bikini Woman, thank you, Sal. That 2-ounce Liberty slot machine is quite a piece. There's always something interesting to see and hear on your channel. Well, thank you, Bikini Woman. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate you so much for watching and being here and noticing that. I try to show some cool things on the channel if I can, because I don't really do much editing. I don't have any script, so the best thing I can do is show some cool silver and gold and try to whiffle my way through the videos. Very good. All right. And we've got, as well, silver and gold are down $4 and $240. The problem with gold and silver is that the price is controlled by make-believe paper, silver, and make-believe paper gold. And the people are dumb enough to continue going along with that price. And it's amazing because the big investors know that the price is controlled by paper. But if you go into a coin shop and you buy $100 million worth of silver and gold, the stock market doesn't see that. So the price won't move either way. And so people need to wise up and realize that. That's part of why I'm annoyed with silver and gold. The dummies are controlling the price. Yep, I hear you on that for sure. And I think that that's why I think, in a sense, when I think his name was David Bateman, bought like millions of ounces or millions of dollars worth of gold, but especially silver. I mean, it had a negligible impact in the market. I think it did have some impact. That's a massive purchase for one day in physical silver. But if we had more buyers like that, it would make a difference. And I think this dip, I think, is going to bring some new buyers. I think this move that we saw this year and part of last year is waking some people up, and we're starting to see more and more people come in. This is an opportunity for sure to go in for sure. 8-inch Destroyer is here. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, 8-inch Destroyer. Good to see all of you guys here. Good crowd with us tonight. Appreciate you all being here. Rick, Talented Tongue says, boy, people can't seem to dump that silver and gold lately. It's getting dumped with ease, ain't it? Yes, it's getting hit pretty hard, for sure. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker And do watch the videos, but it's hard to leave a comment. It seems like there are a few of us that get attacked. I was called a fool for commenting on your video today. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I would have definitely responded, but yeah, I get with the increase in reach, I'm getting some pretty crazy comments that are slamming me too. Don't worry about some of the trolls. I try to. I mean, I don't just like to delete people or delete comments, but I've had to do that a lot more recently. But anyways, oh, another surgery coming up on the 30th. All right, brother. Will we be praying for you? I hope it goes smooth. I assume it's on your neck. Hopefully they'll get that straightened out for you. Man, we'll be praying for you. Yes, indeed. Dean R is with us tonight. It's here. Good to see you. I do have some coffee. And as soon as I'm done with this coffee, I'm going to put some cough drops in. And North Star Stacker, thank you so much. I appreciate that, my friend. Thanks for the super chat there. I'm going to hold off on push-ups. If I was to do any physical activity, I haven't exercised in a couple of weeks now since it's cold. I'm really getting into a coughing fit. So I'm going to avoid that if I can. So no push-ups until I can get this cough taken care of. But thank you for that. I appreciate it, sir. Charles Ryan. Sal, you are correct about the land farm purchase. Our property tax per year is much higher than the original per year purchase payments. We are forced to pay a rapidly increasing tax in perpetuity. Let this be a warning to your listeners. Exactly right. For sure. It is robbery. I think it's immoral to tax something more than once. Seriously. Anything, any item, land, vehicle, whatever, should only be taxed one time. That's it. All right. Vester Webster, is gold now slang for weed? I know he has plenty of that. Yes, if I would have played the clip out, he was alluding to that. That's what he does to grow weed. Let's take a look at the markets again. Okay, a little bit of a pullback from some of the earlier losses. It was down some 28 cents or something like that earlier. But now silver's down just 8 cents. So there's some resistance to this drop here in the Asian markets as they open up here. Gold is down $5.70. Platinum continues to take a hit, down $11, and palladium down $6. So there it is. So the markets are down, but they're not out completely here. It's a kind of pulling back at least right now. So very good. Let's say very good. And let's see here. Let's get back over here. We've got this from Tim Silva says, owning land is great, but you'll still have to pay property taxes on it. Yep, as I mentioned in the video. Yep, exactly right. And supplemental dinner, if Bitcoin is digital gold, why is it sharply up today? A day that has been horrible for real gold. Well, because it's a speculative asset. People are it's going to see volatility. I mean, it's exactly why it's been over $100,000 an ounce for basically the energy. That's what's backing it, is the energy. But how do you really quantify that energy? Energy that's already been spent, by the way. Let's see here. 8-inch shorter. When I get my disability, I'm selling everything, even my house, blowing it all on a huge houseboat, and live in Mississippi. There you go. Live on the Mississippi. Okay, that's one way to do it. That's cool. That would be quite a life, man. Go up and down the Mississippi River. Cybercurrent Twitcher is here. Carrie Tarrant is here. Zephiel was with us. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you being with me here. We're going to get to the market here in just a moment again. So far, it's down even more tonight. We've got Habila Alexandu says, get currency out of the bank, buy gold and silver. Well, I understand that notion and would normally agree with that in part. I think it's good to have some cash on hand in case of emergencies because it's the most liquid. We've learned through this big increase in price that silver is not as liquid as many people thought it would be. Not all silver is created the same. Very valuable lesson to us all. I've got a lot of constitutional silver. If I wanted to sell it, I would have been in a lot of pain during these increase in prices. It is you got to be flexible with the market, which is why it's good to have cash on hand, folks. And by the way, gold is much more liquid. than a lot of silver products through this big increase in price. That's something to think about too. My local coin shop will take gold, pretty much any kind of gold, anytime, any way, shape, or form. So that's another advantage to having gold, which is why I'm encouraging all silver stackers. I don't care how hardcore of a silver stacker you are, get some gold. Yes, very important to get some gold, even at these prices, I think. All right, Chuck and Plata says this here. Sal, I'm watching you before I check the markets. Appreciate you watching, Chuck. Now I see a dip for buyers of silver this morning. Interesting that that in limited listening to Dave Ramsey, I've never heard him mention Mar or Cuban. Maybe I'll live long enough to hear Ramsey say he was wrong on precious metals. Maybe so. I kind of doubt he will. He's kind of stuck in his ways. And I try to be open-minded. I'm more open-minded to this idea of suppression, but the thing is that some of the big bullion banks that own all this gold, they're custodians of it. Do they actually own some of these large positions? And if that's the case, then yes, there very well could be that they actually sell their owned stocks or ETFs or paper derivatives of the market, and they dump it at a certain time, and that could be what's happening on Friday and to some extent today. All right, Joey S., if you have a miracle that'll help me stop coughing, let me know. I did get some new cough drops. Went from the Hall's Mentholyptus to the Ricolas, and they've helped a little slightly better. But even that, I'm gonna try one as soon as I'm done with this coffee. I'm gonna take one of those and see if it helps. But it goes in fits. But Silver Heist bought the dip last weekend, and then this happened. There you go. Exactly right. That's awesome. Good to see Matt Wingy. Good to see you. And Silver Shelby is here. Good to see Silver Shelby. And Carrie Tarrant says it's a Tuesday SmackDown, and it is. Indeed it is. First time I went to Las Vegas, and the last, they still had coins in the slots. The sounds were so much cooler than the digital crap they have now. The manipulators are working hard to keep gold and silver down. It's time to look for great deals. Indeed it is, for sure. True Texan, thank you so much. One channel watcher here, taking you at your word. Thank you, True Texan. I appreciate that so much, sir. Very kind of you. $2 super chat. Yep, I try to stick by my word and stay true to it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry about the coughing, by the way. Your logo looks familiar. Are you the guy who was asking if I had another channel? I think you saw where I answered that question. I'm curious to see because there are some people that will actually, there are some AI channels out there that will harvest the closed captioning language and put it in an AI voice and use it. There's several of those channels out there that are doing that. But there's some that are actually taking my videos and pulling it over too. So anyways, there you go. Folocodine. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I can get it. Somebody suggested some liquor or something like that too, but I've tried whiskey. I've tried everything to get rid of this cough, including pretty much pure hydrogen peroxide too. Nothing helps at this point. Yep, I've tried the teas. I've tried different kinds of teas. Chai tea, clove tea. I've tried lemon tea with honey. And it's Destroyer with a $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that so much. And it's Destroyer. Appreciate that. Yes, I am on X, Sabinator. I am on X. Harry Balsich here says this. It's down today. Meanwhile, $38 trillion in debt with no way to pay it off other than inflate. Fed stop quantitative easing and plan rate cuts in 2027. Falling job market and AI replaces more people every year, and gold is on sale. It sure is. Full of codeine. It's a cough suppressant. Cool. All right. Michael K has gifted 5 Salivate Metal memberships. Thank you so much, Michael K. And again, I apologize that I'm not gonna do any push-ups until I get this cold. Because if I did push-ups, I'd be hacking even like crazy. Fermented garlic with honey. I've not tried that. And but let's see, it might be too late to try a lot of this stuff too. I've had this cough for so long, nothing seems to shake it. Bozo says here, gold and silver are smashing today. Indeed they are. A live stream could be interesting. Sal warned the newbies about corrections. Every time I made a comment about silver always crashes before a big run-up, I got attacked by fanatics. Well, welcome to the club, Gozo. I can't tell me how many people have told me, Sal, you're always so negative on silver. You're always a bear on silver. It's like, where are you getting this? Just because I say something you may not want to hear or like to hear does not mean I'm bearish or that I'm negative on silver. I just am realistic about it. But that's exactly right. And thank you, Bozo, for that comment. Appreciate it. And let's see, how many Passios U.S. government bought up? No, I didn't see that. What is a Passio? Anus Destroyer. I'm not sure what that is. Yes, holding my breath for 10 minutes. Yes, probably guaranteed to cure any cough and cure me from life. Search your channel. The Bill Maher video was for members only. Early in day, I guess membership has its. Yes, that's right. Yep, members only first. Crash was likely. Anyone else has been in the game should know. Funny how they attack you. You keep it real. Thank you so much, Nesmaniac. I try my best, and it's just something. Yeah, Bill Button tried hot tea. That didn't work either. Hot coffee now too. I'm gonna try the cough drops after this, but let's see here. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the markets now. What do we have now? Okay, gold is now up $1, 41.26, and silver is down 12 cents at 48.62 now. So there it is. So sort of the stabilization of the prices here as we go into the trading day in Asia right now. But look at this, Uriah Kaiser. Thank you so much. With the $9.99 super chat, go buy a bunch of ginger and turmeric shots to make sure they are not watered down. That's the trick. I put my money where my mouth is. Feel better. Thank you. I did have a ginger. I put ginger in some soda and and boiled it. And that helped only for the time I was drinking that concoction. And then as soon as I stopped drinking it, the coughing came back. But yes, so I don't know. But anyway, it's good to see you guys. I don't know. And the thing is, if I tried every single thing that everybody suggested, I'd be poor. I'd spend more than an ounce of gold on that. And then by that time, it would have naturally just would have worked itself out. Yes, thank you. Check out Uriah Kaiser's website, dripvault.com. Thank you, James Unleashed. And True Texan, thank you. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, True Texan. Appreciate that, sir. All right, very cool. Well, good. And thank you again for that and for letting me know about that. And thank you for following me on X, Sabinator. Appreciate that. Now silver is down a dime. Gold is up $1.20. And, this is a good sign that we may see some opportunity buying in the paper markets too. And I think that we're going to see that. And we may see more blood in the streets, so to speak, with gold and silver in the next day or two. I don't know. But this is a good sign that we're starting to see a little recovery in the Asian markets. So we'll see how this plays out. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get over here. So 79 is with us tonight. Good to see 79. And let's get over here to this. We've got DJ says, I'm thankful for the pullback. Just bought 20 ounces in Libertads this morning. Way to go. Nice. Buying on the dip. And bought at the really lowest part of the dip, probably under the 8% there. By the way, I bought an ounce of silver for $1 over spot today. You won't believe what it is. I'm going to show it in tomorrow morning's video. It's in this box. For $1 over spot, it's in this box right here. And you're going to see it in tomorrow morning's video. It's it's high premium silver that I got for $1 over spot. Oh, yeah. All right. Captain Rocket Blast says this. Presumably the banks have 1 foot tipping the scale, and they cannot stand there forever. Will gold and silver come back fast after they stop messing around? How low will it go? What price is to buy? Yes. No one really truly knows the answers to all those questions, but we very well could continue to see volatility, and we could very well could see gold and silver prices fall even more from where they're at right now. In fact, silver is falling a little bit more now. It's down 9 cents. It was down like 28 cents at the low. It got down as low tonight to $48.22. So we're starting to see it pull back some of its losses here tonight. But usually at the open of the Asian markets, we do see a radical snap one direction or another, and then it kind of normalizes. But there it is. All right. Where are we at? Let's move forward here and see what we've got. Professor Carlo says, I like how people are affected by what a show host says. Absolute idiocracy. Anyone who did not know how important gold is after they turn 8 years old definitely has a low IQ. You'd be surprised at how many older people don't know about gold, for sure. Well, you saw an example of that, in part of that conversation there. Richard Metcalf says, I don't pay attention to him, but bringing attention to PMs is always helpful. The only way I'd buy a silver slot machine is if I got it at spot. Sal, I think we got the correction I've been waiting for. Time to buy. I think so. And the correction may not be done with yet. We'll find out. I'm going to cover that in tomorrow morning's video. You're going to hear about that, among other things. Yes, indeed. All right, let's peruse our way through this broadcast. It has been an interesting night so far, watching these markets move. Silver trying to claw back its losses. In fact, now gold is down a dime right now, and silver is down 9 cents. Interesting, they're both down right around the same amount of cents, but silver, was down as low as 7 cents, pulling back. So this could be the beginning, with palladium flatlining here, of opportunity buying in the markets again too. Sort of a whipsaw pattern. This could be the beginning of it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. But the thing is if we see this thing start to normalize back up again above $50 an ounce for silver, remember, we could see it happen yet again. You're going to see this. Remember, people are looking to find out what's going to be happening. Some of these contracts are ending soon too. Short sellers have got to make their move. And that's probably a part of it as well. There's a lot of complexity in that kind of market. So we'll see here. All right. We've got this here from Fast Eddie about the intensity of the Chinese market, which, by the way, that intensity is still in place. I just saw the recent numbers from that. That range is still there. Fast Eddie, if I remember correctly, it was Trump's second or third year in office when metals crashed, nearly $70 an ounce for silver today here in Canada. I can see patterns repeating. Silver stacking was very popular last time market was bullish. I ended up buying a bunch of premium silver for 5% over spot when the market crashed in 2018. I'm getting ready to do the same thing again. Great video, long-time follower. Very cool, from Alberta. Thank you, Fast Eddie. You're a smart man by timing your buys like that for some of these dips. And even if you don't get on the bottom of the dip, get yourself a little bit. It's going to help your dollar cost averaging. It's going to help your dollar cost averaging for sure. Jake Ano. By the way, we were expecting some scammers to call us, but they never did, these sons of biscuits. Let me see here. Why didn't you call? Oh, now he calls. Hello?
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Sorry, I'm a little late.
That's all right. That's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So So I'd like to get a loan for the business. Is that possible? Can we make that happen?
Let's do it. How long you been in business for?
14 years. 14 long, hard, arduous years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do exactly?
Well, we manufacture things, and the initiative we're working on next, we need some funding for. What I want to do is I want to help prevent viruses from spreading to babies. I've got a COVID cough right now, so it's too late for me. But if we can prevent the spread of viruses to babies, the world's going to be a better place. So what I'm going to propose is to powder coat baby rattles with silver, because silver is antimicrobial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the silver baby rattles are going to be all the rage on the TikTok when I get these things done.
You're going to be manufacturing these.
What's that?
So you want to manufacture these?
Yes, I want to manufacture these, and I need to get the silver. And silver's price is taking a pretty big hit right now. That means it's a good time to buy.
Right. Really? I thought silver was going up recently.
It was going up, but it got smacked down today. It took an 8% drop. So I want to capitalize on that. Oh yeah.
We can get you funded as soon as tomorrow. How much do you need?
Nice. I'd like to get 120 grand, 120,000 smackers.
Okay. And what are you doing a month in revenue on average?
$98,000. It's always $98,000 a month.
Why? Always exactly?
Always exactly. That's our steady revenue.
Okay, great. Do you have any loans in the business, or is this going to be the first one?
Well, hold on a second here. This is breaking news. This is breaking news. Have you ever heard of Haggai?
No, I don't think so.
Haggai says that the silver is mine and the gold is mine, says the Lord of hosts. You know what that means, don't you?
No.
I can't buy any silver now. Because Haggai says I can't do it. According to the New King James Version of the Bible, I can't do it. So I got to try to find a workaround from that. I may have to talk to a rabbi or a priest or a Haggai. Not a Haggai, but a Haggai. Not a Haggai. Say that 5 times fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so should I send you the application?
Let's hold off a bit here. I got to work this thing out spiritually and see if we can make it happen, because, you know, silver in the Asian markets is down 7 more cents and would be a good time to make it work. But, you know, if I'm going to be feeling guilty for buying gold and silver, you know, is it a sin? I don't know. You know, I've got to figure that out. According to Haggai, anyways.
You figure that out, you let me know.
All right, sounds like a plan, Stan. Is your name Stan?
Yeah.
It is Stan. All right, well, that's great. That's perfect. That rhyme worked out just like clockwork.
Okay.
Okay, Stan? I appreciate it. Thank you for having such a great, fun, and energetic personality working with me here. And even though you didn't wish me well on my COVID cough, I'm going to go ahead and assume that I'm feeling the vibes for it anyway. And no, I'm not fishing for pity. I don't want any pity for my COVID cough, even though my taste buds are completely out of whack. This coffee really tastes kind of bitter, even though I've got Truvia in it. It's a little bitter tasting. But that's okay. I'm not asking for any pity or any kind of sorrow or any kind of, what's another synonym for pity? Is there another synonym for that? Cinnamon? I've even tried I even still have cinnamon on coffee, but is there any?
Okay. Have a good night.
Okay, you have a great night too. Thanks for calling. Empathy. Dang it. Let's call him back. I'm going to text him. Empathy. Let's call him. Let me see.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Oh, it didn't go to... all right. Empathy. I just texted the word empathy to him. All right. Let's see here. All right. Okay, look at that. Silver's down 9 cents. Gold is down 20 cents tonight. Platinum is down 5. Palladium down 1. So a normalization of the markets. But you know what? The bloodbath is not continuing, but the prices are dipping a little bit more. And the volume, let's see what the volume is doing tonight. The volume is pretty light. Actually, no, it's It's not. It's about normal. I don't know. It's This is here. So it's not. It's not horribly low. And there that is. We'll keep an eye on it though. And the Cruchinator says here, I don't know anyone selling physical metal. There are some people. There's people that have told me they were selling. They are selling out there. In fact, I can tell you, my local coin shop, when I visit, said that they sell a combination of both buying and selling. Buying and selling, pretty busy today. Craig says 8-inch reduction after a 50% increase this past year. No feeling of collapse, more of a feeling of a new opening start. Could be. Like I said, we're up overall, obviously, but after 2 days of pretty big hits and now below $50 an ounce, all we need is a few more days of this, and we will see what happens with the markets. But but a 8% drop in 1 day is a collapse in price for that day. This is the biggest drop in years. Biggest drop in years. All right. Let's see here. We've got Nesmaniac on this movement of the markets here today. It says the following. Way I see it, I'm not selling regardless what it does, so it's only good to drop because I might want to get more if it drops enough. Gold especially. People need to realize that China is hoarding gold because they know the golden rule, which is those with the gold makes the rules. Exactly right, Nesmaniac. Americans have a debt mentality of get today and pay tomorrow. And that is screwing all of us in a big way, especially when you look at the prices of new vehicles. My new truck in 1997 was $13,500. Window sticker, and I paid every dime I could extra to get it paid off as soon as possible. Now I can't buy a new vehicle, and I still have that very truck. Definitely gotten my money's worth out of it. That's great, man. To keep a vehicle that long and take care of it is absolutely incredible. Nesmaniac, that is a lesson that many of us need to take and run with. He knows how to manage his money and maintain his vehicles. That is absolutely inspirational. Thank you, Nesmaniac. Craig Zipsra says here, been waiting for an opportunity to add in on my platinum. Nice, yes, definitely. It's an opportunity in platinum as well. Again, all right, thank you, Roy Morrow. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you for popping in and listening to it. All right, and let's see here. We've got this from Player 1X. It says this here. I'm going to say this again, that silver's price will become more volatile and extreme. Price swings as it goes up gradually further and further in price. Just as long as the trend remains upward overall, everything should be fine. Exactly right, Player 1. And I think you're new. If I remember correctly, you're a relatively new stacker, and you're wise beyond your stacking years. The reasons for the day-to-day price swings will vary, but if someone moves up, something moves up and further in price, price volatility becomes more greater, and then it's normal to be expected. Exactly right. Yep. Exactly right. And let's see here. What do we have going on here? We've got MK says, panic in the paper markets. Banks uploading their short positions in physical disappears. All good stuff for holders of the physical. Yep. Hold on to your physical. And there's still some dislocations in the physical market too, but I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow in tomorrow morning's video. All right, we've got Bill Arrington. It says all metals are on sale. Buy the dip, physical stackers. Buy now and punch the paper pushers back in the face. Bill Arrington, exactly right. This is the time to be buying physical, in my opinion. Don't let them take it to the refiners. Buy it. Buy the local coin shops. I'm not saying to raid or anything like that, but buy based off of your market conditions. The more you buy, the less it's in the market. I think that's definitely a good thing to do. Hold on. Yes, indeed. And we've got this Mark B. Chimes in with this. Physical silver How juicy, how succulent, how righteous, knowing how many solar panels an ounces could make. Don't worry, it'll be $60 before you know it. At that point, it's time to let him make the bullion into solar panels, but not before. There you go. Yep, there's still a lot of demand for silver. That the fundamentals have not changed, is what Mark is saying here. It's exactly right. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here with me tonight as we watch these markets move. We're going to answer one more comment here and then look at the markets again. Richard Cheriboga says, my commodity heavy portfolio got crushed today. So like the Friday bloodbath, I bought more miners. There you go. Buy the dips there too. A little more speculative in that way, but it's only understandable. Silver now is at its highest in the trading evening, down just only 5 cents right now. So it is quite possible that we may see in the Asian markets, especially when the Hong Kong markets open up at 8, we could see potentially silver go into the green. Look at that. It's down 5 cents now, $48.69. We'll find out. We'll see. But you know what? I'd say we should still expect the potential of further losses for silver. And it may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen. We may see another run up, another smack down again. Heavy profit taking. In other words, it's going to be a volatile, wild ride for a while. Expect that anyway. Ken Mezel says this. Let me get over here. I was just reading that the short positions were increased drastically this morning and caused this fall. Yes, I think that's exactly right. The short positions, people taking heavy profits. And I don't know, at the end of the month or near the end of the month is where a lot of this stuff has to happen. And somebody can maybe clarify that all these margins expire, whatever the options expire or what have you. So the shorts get in there and take action. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's something about the end of the month. But we're also going, as I mentioned in this video, the Federal Reserve is going to lower interest rates again, and that's going to be good for gold and silver too. It's certainly not going to hurt them. William Rones, hold tight is a trick. Buy more. If they don't want to know value, too bad for them. Hindsight is very blurry right now for the money changers. Exactly right. But for us, it's 2020. Rob Moran is here. Good to see Steve LaPointe. Nay is still here. 8-inch Destroyer, have a good night, my friend. Appreciate you, brother. You were the man. All right, let's see here. Okay, Damon says options expire last Friday, third Friday of every month. Okay, thank you, Damon. I appreciate that. My audience is so smart. So last Friday. So it is interesting. So last Friday is, just this past Friday is the third Friday. And that is one of the reasons likely why that drop happened. And of course today, after the rebound and then selling off even more here, that's interesting. Very interesting indeed. Thank you. All right. All right. Let's see here. We've got Baba Rees Merisma says, bought the dip, got 3.5 ounce of gold eagles. Wow. Close to spot. Close to 1 ounce premiums. Oh, 3 1/2 ounce gold. So 3 Mexican, 2 peso gold coins. So a fractional day here. Congratulations. Goodbye on those. A great buy on those, rather. All right. I'm pretty much guzzling my coffee now, because I'm going to get this cough drop in. Maybe it'll help a little bit. All right. Map to the kingdom. Stay in rhythm, my friends. This could happen. You can also take this as an opportunity to sit back and observe. That's right. You don't necessarily have to buy. It is a good opportunity to buy if you're so inclined, but you might want to wait and see if it dips even more. But do so at with your own level of understanding and level of risk and the like, But I think we're seeing people start to buy more, and I think in some ways this is really good news. I think more new stackers we can get coming into the game, the better off. Let's see here. Very good. Gold and silver, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. If that's how it climbs, that's how it climbs. I'll take that. Exactly right. Exactly right. And speaking of that, silver's now down just 1 shiny red cent. That's it. So gold is up just $2.50. So before this broadcast ends, we may see silver go back up one. We may see it in the green after the big smackdown. Even if it holds around this level, I think that's a good sign that we're not seeing more blood in the streets, at least in Asia right now. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, folks. I've got me. On a suggestion from one of you, I have Ricola, if you want to say it. And this is lemon mint, sugar-free lemon mint. Let's see if this helps. All right, suckling on it now. All right, let's see. Oh, now silver's down 4 cents. I shouldn't have, or maybe that's me sucking on this cough drop is causing silver's price to fall. I don't know. But it's trying to get its head above water again. It almost got there. We got Christian 777. Gold to silver ratio rose to 85-ish. Silver price is still historically low compared to gold. That's true. That's very true, Christian. Indeed it is. Yeah, I might begin to yodel with these. Yes, indeed. Yodel. Yee-hoo. In fact, let's see what the gold to silver ratio is now, because yes, it had been trading around 80 to 81. And let's see what it's doing now. 84.93. So yes, indeed, it has widened a bit. Silver got clobbered. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's for sure. And down a nickel right now. And Maria says this. Let's talk about gold and silver, says Maria. Yes, it's time to buy while people are selling. I said there would be volatility and drawbacks, but we can look forward to move forward again. I say onward and forward in the gold and silver movement. This is why I was holding back, waiting for just this moment. Very good. And you were wise. You were wise to do that for sure. All right. And let's see here. Let's get over here to Steve Newberry. They're trying to scare the weak-handed people. Indeed they are. Maybe so, but we're strong hands. We're diamond hands. We're diamond fist. We're no weak hands here. Jody Law says here, I bought more silver today at the fake COMEX prices. Thanks, riggers. Yep, and that's another thing, too, as I mentioned in this video. The COMEX price, the futures price, is lower. That's backwardation. Backwardation is happening. All right. Let's press on here and see what we've got happening here with this other. Okay, Kenny Ledford says, watch and see what happens in 2026. People get way too emotional. I can still see $65 silver within 10 months. I think that's possible. We'll see. I think the fundamentals are more bullish for silver now than ever before. All right, before we get Fox Mulder's comment, we have a scammer. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hey, good evening. My name is June. We recently mailed you some details about new Medicare benefits. Have you received them yet?
No.
That's all right. That's the reason I'm calling you. The new Medicare benefits in your area are now offering improved dental, vision, and hearing with cash back of up to $200. I believe you have both Part A and B of Medicare, right?
Right.
Perfect. You qualify for the benefits. I am forwarding you to our supervisor. Please hold on.
Okay. Hate the bots. But I have to cooperate with the bots. Hello?
Thank you so much for holding on. This is Jason Gray, and whom do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
This is Charles.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good. What's your name again, Jason?
Yes, my name is Jason Gray. And well, sir, as you know, this call is about annual enrollment period for the 2026. And we are
My
here to
name is
make sure
Charles
that you will
Manson.
be getting... Okay, and we are here to make sure that you will be getting all the new upgraded benefits for Medicare. So do you have Medicare Part A and Part B?
Yes, I do. It's funny you asked that. Somebody else asked me that before.
Okay, so how old are you?
67.
Okay, and what is your date of birth?
7/1/1957.
Okay, and do you make your own healthcare decisions by yourself, or do you have a power of attorney over you?
I have power over my own healthcare decisions.
Okay, and are you residing in a nursing home or assisted living facility, or are you living in your own
I'm
home?
living in Mumbai, India. Are you in New Delhi? No, he hung up on me. That son of a mother's goat. All right, Fox Mulder. More paper, silver was sold in a week or so ago than the entire world production in an entire year. They're trying to cash out before everything crashes. Wait till the bank run start. Yep, and I mentioned that in this video and in the previous video. John Knox, $40 silver, $3,500 gold. That's where he thinks it's going to be. And it could be, John Knox. That could be the case. That could be the bottom. All right. And Devin says, holy smackdown, Batman. That's right. A smackdown indeed. And MF, I'm Meaningless Films says, woke up this morning, looked at the drop, and couldn't wait to hear your thoughts. I was surprised, but I feel confident that it will go back up as well. Good video. Thanks for the update. Thank you, sir. And I really appreciate you thinking of me and popping in and making a comment and watching the video. It means a lot. And you guys mean a lot to me, I tell you. I am honored and humbled that you are watching and making this channel a part of your activities. And I know your time is valuable, so it means a lot that you are here. And more so, I appreciate it more so now than ever. So thank each and every one of you. All right, due to Cresta Maximus says here, funny how the drop consisted with Seattle Mariners loss. Woo! Never made that connection, but hey, you never know. There could be some sort of shift in the matrix that has that is tied to that. All right. Who is John Galt? Cough drop only helping minimally, but the manipulation never ends and never will. But explain how silver is volatile metal that for years has done absolutely F all, but 5 to 10% drop is a disaster after 70% gain. There's one consistent fact. Every part of the market is manipulated, and apart from them, no one has any idea what will happen. Oh, that's right. I mean, to some degree, that's right. The natural market is very, very powerful, but nonetheless, a 5 to 10% drop is a disaster in one day. In a single day, you get 1/7 of that in one day. That's a big deal. Big deal indeed. All right. We've got William Heem says this. Let me get over here. This is manipulation by the banks to survive their short position. Soon, silver will spike back up because of the physical silver shortages. Keep in mind the spot price is a paper price. Physical silver is $1,200 an ounce, $1,200 or $12,000 an ounce, and the LBMA can't buy any from the smelters. Well, that's news to me that silver is $12,000 an ounce, physical silver, or else, we would not be able to buy any because the smelters would be buying all the discount silver for $1 over spot by local coin shops. LBMA can't buy any from the smelters. Keep in mind, LBMA buys one physical ounce and sells 386 times on paper. It's when they can't buy any silver, that will happen next. What will happen next? Yeah. I'm going to be talking about some of that in tomorrow morning's video. But I think your math is a little off on the $12,000 per ounce or $1,200 an ounce. All right. We've got Found Hope. Says Perth Mint is cooked. Let's see here. Perth Mint is cooked. I ordered 155 1-ounce bars 2 weeks ago. They did say there were some delays. My orders usually ship within 3 to 4 days. After 2 weeks, my order still is not shipped. So I called and was informed they're out of silver and my order won't ship until the end of November. Wow. Sorry about that, Found Hope. That's tough. And hopefully it'll come before that. But it just goes to show you the crisis that is still happening. For sure. All right. Maria says, we are brave, but we are hit hard today. Hold tight to your dreams. Today, Sal. Murder on the Dance Floor song. There you go. Yep, that's right. And JB says, yay, my investment lost 8%. Awesome. Great opportunity to buy more. Maybe we'll get lucky and lose 15%. A bunch of fanatics. All these experts have been saying for weeks it's going to skyrocket. Now they're all saying we should have expected this. Yeah, I hear you. And the thing is, I've always said we've been spoiled. And, you roll with the punches with the silver market. We should not be looking at it as an investment. We should look at it as a hedge against economic instability and inflation. Anything else is just a bonus. And we look at it that. All right. Carrie Taryn. I will stop at my LCS tomorrow and see what his prices and selection is. Please don't. Prices don't seem to go down even with a crash like this. Yeah. I know, I hear that a lot of people are complaining that the bullion dealers are not moving their prices down. My bullion dealer did. The manipulation to scare people to sell will not work greatly because people are smart and doing the research online, coming across videos like yours and looking at the comments. Yep, I hope so. But you'd be surprised though. But yeah, hold on. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. And we've got this. Roll with it, says here. By the end of the first quarter next year, it should be a little over 50. Yep, that's not unreasonable. I could see that happening. It's been a wild ride for sure. It sure has, Snakebite. It's been a very, very wild ride indeed. We've got RMW 7527. Says, I wish it would go down $30 so I can feel good about buying a bunch more. Eventually, silver will dwarf 54 because U.S. dollar will have collapsed in buying power. Well, and that's just it. This recent spike in prices really has nothing to do with the dollar, although the dollar's loss in value is certainly keeping the prices of silver up. It's not primarily why they have skyrocketed to about $54.50. There's some different reasons for that. It's just part of the reason keeping in them, that's one of the reasons why, by the way, I don't think they're going to fall too much more. The loss of the dollar's purchasing power, I think, is finally going to be what props silver up and preventing it from falling much more than, I don't know, I'm going to say 40, 35, I think at the least. All right, and let's see here. Buy the dip. So they're flying silver out of New York to London to fill their vaults with the tariffs in place. Any silver coming back will send the prices up. Only person that these has dipped on my physical silver is me. It won't be long. India is going to have dump trucks cruise your local cities buying bullion to send back home. All right. We'll see what happens. India's Diwali festival is going to be ending soon. Then we'll see here. All right. Alpha the Rock says, ordered 48 times, one Reichsmark 90% junk coins. My first buy after a month, stopped buying at 36 spot. So greetings from Germany. Well, congratulations on buying the dip. That's for sure. All right. Very good. Use preparation H. There you go. All right. Let's see here. Self-aware Says they need to ignore the deficit. Who sets the price? Who? Power flows to whoever holds power. Be powerful, my fellow compadres. Yes, indeed. Be powerful indeed. Let's see what's happening. Taking a little bit more of a hit right now. Silver down 13 cents. 48.61. I had some hopes for it to get into the green a little bit tonight, but it hasn't happened. Gold down $4.10. So they're both getting hit, but not by a whole lot, but they are getting hit tonight. So yes, indeed, they are. Platinum down 8. Palladium down 3. All right. And let's see. We've got Jay Unleash here on this comment about the markets today, and I always appreciate his thoughts on what's going on. Let's see here. He says, yes, highly leveraged short sellers orchestrated a coordinated effort to knock the price back under $50 last Friday and then again today. This is not going to end well for them, and they know it. Keep stacking at your own pace. There you go. Buy low, hold high. That's right. Yep. There's just too much, I think, that's in silver's favor overall. I really do believe that. And if it is coordination, they're taking advantage of the natural market, I think, to make that happen. Like I said, the big bullion banks own the vast majority of the paper silver, but do they own it, or are they custodians of it? You know, that's just it. In other words, we know the SLV is JP Morgan's, and they hold the most. But if people buy those SLV, and so I don't know. So we'll see here. All right. Let's see. D-Nice, buy silver now while you still can. This is not the path back to 30 silver. You will never get that again. This is a small correction before it goes to the moon. All right, you might be right. You very well may be right. I'm telling you. I think anything above, honestly, even if it goes back to $30, $35 an ounce, and it hangs there for a while, that is a much higher floor than the last dip that we had, or the last stagnant period. We're going to get there eventually. What will that look like will be very interesting to see. All right. Guys, I bought my first ounce of platinum. Congratulations, Mustard and Biscuits. That's great. Way to go. And Josh Peterson, $65 to $75 an ounce by 2030, low end. Even with those numbers, I think it's still worth buying. There you go. All right. And that really should be doable. That should be very doable considering what's going on. For sure. All right. And let's see here. Press on your mustard biscuits. There you go. Nice. He's responding to my live stream at the very moment. Response textually. Nice. Thank you, sir. Phillies Brosnick says here, we are way above our break-even price for our stack. Our local bank is showing signs of intestinal discomfort. According to a friendly middle manager, we are considering buying this dip in the middle of the week to get some more resources out of the fiat trap. Stay safe, all. There you go. Yes, indeed. Having a position in silver that does not move and stays in your possession is so important, no matter what the price does. Indeed. You do not want to sell in most inopportune times. You want to sell on your own terms. Yes, indeed. You sure do. Mark N 3970 says this, and I quote, kudos, U.S. and China delivered over 1,000 tons of silver this week to London. You're the only one close to mentioning this. Too much hype on the silver by the big sellers. Also, why is no one talking about the price of McDonald's French fries? A single large order of French fries is $11. 2 orders, $22. Have you seen how small the meat is in a Big Mac? Wow, $11 for French fries. Whoa, crazy, crazy. I wonder what city you live in, Mark. But thank you so much for mentioning that. All right, have a good night. Have a good night, CCT. Thank you for being here, Cybercurrent Twitch. I appreciate you. Gunnar Gunderson says, bought a 0.18 troy ounce gold French, 20 franc LMU, $70 cheaper than yesterday. Nice. Nicely done. And Cheap Left Kennedy, anti-dollar commercial central bank's kryptonite, and it will get slammed. All right. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Ducat says, the price drop is just a tree shake for all the weak leaves. This is definitely not the time to panic. Exactly right. Do not panic. Hang in there. True that. Let's see here. We got Peep Leather Lab. Says here, we expected this volatility continues because there's no trade accountability. Industry needs cheap silver for technology. It's a fix protected by the government. There's a lot of silver and Tomahawk missiles. Defense needs them cheap. Well, defense doesn't care how much silver is. They're going to find, and by the way, it's the Department of War now, at least according to an executive order. But they don't care what the price of silver is. They're going to get enough silver. They just wonder whether they can get it or not. That's really the key there. But that's a matter of up to the debate to see how much silver is in a Tomahawk cruise missile. There's only one source for it, and we've never actually seen that actual source, the true source. All right. For Wills from Rom, just as I mentioned a few days ago, 48. Yes, use best chance to stack more if you can afford before it takes off again. Exactly right. That's right. Thank you, for Wheels from Rob. Appreciate it. Mike Conley, on sale. There you go. That's the way to look at it. It is on sale. Heart of Texas, you're more like a weird cousin to me, Sal. All right, there you go. I'll take it. Thank you, sir. You guys know poopy. All right. Don't know what that means, but I'm not an expert in fecal matter. So I'm not, but thank you for the compliment anyway, that I know fecal matter. Vacation time. The CME raised margin requirements Friday on gold and silver. Today, leverage traders got wiped out. Same thing happened with the crypto bros recently. Moral of the story, don't use leverage or margin. All right. Thank you. Margin requirements were raised, and that's what did it. Very good. And that, I guess, is a manipulative force too, right? So thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. All right. And Deep Verma says, we are under attack. Well, yep, maybe it is the margin requirements being raised from the CME as the attack. Glenn H., I've sold silver today. Not all, a healthy portion. There you go. All right. If you would have done that just the other day, you would have probably done a lot better, but I would have encouraged you to hold on to it. And hope you didn't have to sell. You obviously sold out of panic because you needed to, but anyways. And Nap says, not worried, keep stacking more. There you go. Keep on stacking in the free world. There you go. I like that attitude. I love it when more people hold silver and buy it for themselves. Especially the newbies. Lonnie, good chance to buy more. Trump signed a deal with Australia for rare earths, but in his own words, it could be a year before we see anything from that. Yes, all right. Thank you for that detail. Yep, that is possible. Let's see here. Maria, don't dream anymore. I just live based on facts and reality. There you go. Trust no politicians. Keep on holding to your gold and silver. That's right, Maria. Well said. All right. Slurp a little bit more water here. All right. We've got these old hands. Gold Coast Australia. GBA bullion is hard to get a hold of. Won't answer the phone, and emails take a week. Wow. So they are very, very busy there in Australia as well. Thank you for that information. Another smackdown. Still shortages across the world. Still backwardation on the futures. There's no reason for it to drop today, except for panic selling. That was that was what happened there. Lamborghini for sale, 6,000 miles. There you go, dark horse. All right. Well, folks, I'm straining here, and I do apologize. This cough just will not stop. And I'm gonna need to leave now because I gotta still do tomorrow's video. And I'm gonna try. I've been going to bed earlier too. Hopefully sleep will get it off, but there's just can't seem to shake it. It's so annoying, especially considering what I do. But I appreciate you guys as your patience with me, and appreciate you being here with me anyway. So I hope you have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the, on the stars, and keep reaching reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care.